Hey guys, TK1138 here. Thanks for joining me today. This is a video I've been really looking forward to doing, and that is my review of this. But wait, TK, you've already done this video. No, my friends, that was this one. I made another.
Player, I am loading the equipment overview.
So right now, some of you might be wondering, why would I go make a second one? Well, this is my Blastech T28 Longshot Centurion integration featuring the Jet Alpha kit. Super fun. I had a lot of fun building this. In fact, my friend Randy liked it so much that he wanted one. So for those of you who've been joining me on my live streams, I've been working in the workshop, the product is done. And that is my DC-15X. Basically the same rifle, different Star Wars era for my friend Randy. Now Randy isn't just getting this, we're actually doing a blaster swap, and today I get to talk about both the blaster I made for him that you guys have watched me put together from the beginning, and the blaster he made me, so I'm pretty stoked about this. Now Randy is a fellow enthusiast of the FDL. I actually met him on Facebook and we got into talking, and then I got to meet him at FoamCon, which was really cool. Ran with him for a little bit in Mission 3 and N-War. And we really got to talking about like working on a project together. So we came up with a blaster swap. I built him a Longshot Centurion integration and he built me a really awesome Stryfe. And I'm gonna be pretty stoked to show you guys that today. This is the DLV1. This is the Stryfe he made for me. And obviously it fits in very well here. Now, the DLV1 Stryfe that Randy made for me is really awesome because I've actually never had a Stryfe with one of the cool 3D printed worker kits. I've always wanted one, and Randy managed to pick one out. Now, I told him specifically in the beginning that I don't want a bunch of details because I micromanage my projects a lot. So I was really excited that he knows the aesthetic I go after and was able to put together a project that was truly a surprise for me. So Randy put together with the Worker MP5 kit, Worker vertical pump grip, and the Jace 3D motor cover and battery covered with the awesome Imperial insignia on there, the Worker F10555 stock tube, and the CTRL stock. So it fits very much like the stock I have. He even did it in the very same pattern with the Imperial insignia. I mean, really, he went above and beyond on the level of detail. It's got this really sweet 2K clear coat on it. It's got the button activated like voltmeter on there. It's running off a 2S right now. It's got the XP180s as well as the Dr. Snicka's 3D printed flywheel cage. So of course that combination is going to give you that really beautiful sound. Which is great because my FDL makes like pew pew and my Stryfe sounds like a runaway truck. So this is really sexy. I'm really excited and I really love that he took the time. It looks like he got in... I love that so much. It looks like he actually got in time with my friend Ken over at the Vinyl Goods and got the very same decals I use, so that's really cool. It's like really fits in, and the little touches of red. I mean, all in all, I really love this blaster, and it's gonna be an excellent Stryfe primary to use at the SCNC. And I mean, it's so cool, guys. I was really happy. Like, Randy, you did a terrific job. Thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to running with this some more, and we're definitely going to be talking again, my friend. Great work. Now, in exchange for that really sweet Stryfe, I wanted to make a special project. Now, Randy had a couple of specific requests that he wanted. He really enjoyed the T28, which was that Longshot Centurion integration I did a little while back, like in July. And he wanted one of himself. He wanted the same color scheme. The only difference is he wanted his own number, not TK1138, because that's me. So instead, we came up with a really sweet plan. Now, for those of you who remember, this is Longshot Centurion. It's got the Worker Low Pro tack rail. This is the Gavin Fuzzy V1 pump grip system. And other than that, it's also got the Jet Alpha kit in it. Fun on a bun, right? So with Randy's, we did a very similar design. Still a Longshot, still a Centurion, a couple of minor differences, a little bit in the paint. We went with that same low profile rail, which gives it that really sleek, sexy look. But better than that, we went with the Worker Low Pro pump kit. Now I love this. Like, of the 3D printed pump kits I've seen for the Longshot, this one's my favorite because unlike a lot of the other offerings, this also has this 3D printed piece right here that you have to do a little bit of shell cutting to fit it in, but it gives you like a really sweet prime. Like, it's really great. It also completely changes the profile of this blaster and doesn't make it look nearly so front heavy. So I was really excited about that. Now that did come with a couple of interesting things. Now for those of you who see this red barrel, know what that means. If not, Randy wanted the Jet Omni kit, which is an expansion of the Alpha kit that shoots full-length darts. Okay, why does that really matter? Because there are small differences in the plunger tube of the Jet kit as opposed to the standard Longshot. Now, usually that's not that big of a deal with a bolt prime. However, the extra clearances put into this worker kit gave us a little bit of a complication with it not catching, not being able to prime it back all the way. Now, for those of you who are also doing a Longshot that has the Jet Alpha or Omni kit in it and a pump grip, you may run into the same issues I did. Now, don't fear, we came up with a solution. So what we were having a problem was when it was priming, the priming bar was not going all the way along the groove track. It wasn't going all the way to the end, just barely missing that catch. Now, sometimes you could prime it really fast and get it to catch, but it wasn't really consistent. So what we noticed was when we were at the war, because he came down, I'll talk about that in a sec, was that the actual body kit or of the 3D print was hitting right here and it wasn't allowing it to go back any further. So Rewind took off the pump kit system and planed it. I put it on a belt sander and I removed about 3 millimeters of material. What that did was allow the pump grip to continue the slide all the way back, allowing it to engage easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, in terms of aesthetics, there's a few small differences between his blaster and mine. I did his black here, whereas mine has white on the trigger well. I did a black spot on his stock and I left mine white. Just small differences. But for those of you eagle-eyed players out there, you might have also noticed a difference in the decal. Now, I went with, of course, the black and white, which he requested, but he gave me a little bit of leeway here. Now, I am TK1138. TK is a Stormtrooper designation used by the Imperial Army and the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps after the Clone Wars. Now, Randy, who I got to meet at FoamCon and NWar, was sporting an FDL that had Jedi on it. Now, I kind of wanted to tie those together. Those of you familiar with Star Wars know Stormtroopers and Jedi don't really get along. But what other awesome army of soldiers wearing white armor was friendly with the Jedi for a time? The Clone Troopers. So this is why this blaster features the Republic Army insignia that was used during the Clone Wars, a CT designation, Clone Trooper, and the name of the DC-15X, which was a sniper variant of the DC-15 rifle. So even though aesthetically it looks the same as a T-28, it's just a subtle difference to kind of tie his two blasters together. And as a complete and utter Star Wars nerd, I was really excited for that project. Now, I'd only actually ever met Randy once, and that was at FoamCon NWar, but he was really cool and actually flew down all the way from up north down to an SCNC game, joined us for SCNC 35, and had a killer time. Brought his FDL along, which brought us to 8 FDLs during that game. Holy crap, that was nuts. And we actually got to do our blaster swap. Now, his blaster is still with me. I'm about to send it back to him because he actually mailed all of his gear down to my house and I brought it to the war. So I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't have to pay too much postage and I'll ship this back for him. But it was super cool to get to see a lot of my NWar friends who've come down to the SCNC. We also had Foam Blast join us for SCNC 35, and I think it was SCNC 33. We had some of the mods from the NWar game actually come down and join us. So it's been really cool to see all these new people coming in and everything, especially in light of this week's news of NWar 2018. So super excited there. Got a whole bunch of projects on the table to start getting ready for NWar, getting gear together, building some new optimized blasters. I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple of big assumptions on FPS and assume we're probably gonna have the same FPS cap. So instead of doing what I had to do at NWar, which was take out the high crush cage and hooligan fly ass wheels for my Stryfe sidearm to make it drop under that 130 FPS, I'm actually gonna build a Stryfe optimized for 130. So a whole bunch of cool projects. I've actually got some of my friends from Birmingham from the AUN, the Alabama United Nerf Club, joining me in the shop tomorrow afternoon, and we're gonna have a big mod day. Work on a whole bunch of projects. I've got a couple of Stryfes I'm working on, and I'm about to start another integration project because I just got done with one. I'm a sucker for integrations. So I'm actually going to be doing a Jin Urso Apollo integration. So we'll see how that goes. So it's going to be a nice busy season. There's a lot of really cool stuff that's come in. My friend Walt Sharp sent me an amazing package of 3D printed Stryfe parts that I'm going to be looking forward to doing a review of next week. Because, I mean, when I say he tricked it out, he did a great job. And it is like all custom parts. So I'm pretty stoked. So, lots of reviews coming. I've got some gameplay footage from SCNC 35 that I'll be editing and putting up. So please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to watch more awesome SCNC gameplay footage, as well as some of me just kind of goofing around in my shop with Nerf blasters. This is TK1138. Again, Nerf well, my friends.